got the juice. I pulled up at her friend's house and kicked her out the coop. Gave that the boot. Bye-bye. Yeah, she untamed gorilla that was born in the zoo. That's why you so rude. Who the is you? That been his waist in school. Spent the whole million on one set, it's ocean blue. That's why you so up, cause I pay my dues. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, yeah, let's go, let's go.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Dak going to start out going to the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. This looks like a free play for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
From the pin. Here's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They run here with Rico Dowdle. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. Now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 7 catches, 85 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The man in motion is Brown. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 23 carries, 95 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
Just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They go play action with Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
23 yards, the final tally. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jalen Carter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Good move at the 30. Oh, he shifts past him. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Down to the 42, 2nd down. And the Eagles at 7-1 now on the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decide.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Prescott. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Inside give to Elliott. Still going inside the 20. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On the run, it's Dowdle. Oh, able to avoid him. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Elliott is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Elliott. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Prescott off play action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Peyton Hendershot, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now back to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 58 yards. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Third and 4. Now Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 6 now. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 97 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st down, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Back to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, here's Hurts. That's caught, hits the former Colt, Paris Campbell. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A give to Barkley out of the gun to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Up the middle with Barkley. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 141 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Back now in Arlington. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Gainwell is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Prescott from the gun. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pass is caught by James. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That'll be caught by James. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Richie James, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandin Cooks. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Into the hands of Cooks. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This is 1st and 10. Here's Dak. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a 2nd and 2. They give it off here to the tight end. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. The quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every